So this short video will discuss how to add Gmail to Outlook if that is something you wish to do. And there are a variety of reasons why that can be convenient, okay? But it can be a little tricky, all right? And so here is a short video that may assist. Let me give you some people just like to manage all of their accounts in one place. So for example, in Outlook, you might want to do that if you're an Outlook user. Also, if you are closing down an account and you need to be able to have a quick way to transfer emails and folders and such, adding the account to which you are transferring these messages and folders into the same email client is often, like Outlook, is oftentimes very helpful. You can just drag and drop and the messages will be moved. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. Now what I've done here is I've signed into a Gmail account. So let's assume that the scenario is as follows. I am closing down a Branson email account and I have a lot of messages and folders that I wish to save, and I want to be able to do drag and drop where I am going to just drag folders from my Branson account into my personal Gmail account. Well, the first thing I need to do is add the Gmail account to my Branson, to my Outlook, okay, along with my Branson account. And in order to do that, I have to check some settings. So in the email here, when you sign into Gmail, in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a little settings icon. And if you click on that and then navigate down to settings, you'll see a lot of stuff. Now, Google is notorious. I mean, it's great in terms of the amount of control you can have, but it's not always the most graphically friendly. So that's just something you have to be aware of. Up here at the top, on all these options, you'll see forwarding and pop IMAP. You click on that. Down here under IMAP access, and you'll notice access Gmail from other clients. And a client is like Outlook. So, oh, I see. So I'm going to enable the IMAP. And here it's already enabled. If this was disabled, then if it were not enabled, you want to make sure that it was enabled. Okay, and then you can configure, but the most important part is that this is enabled. Okay, and you would click Save Changes. All right, now once you've done that, up here under Accounts and Import, there are under Change Account Settings, other Google account settings, and it's going to take you to another website, okay, where you're going to be able to go down and take a look at connected apps and sites. And if I scroll down, you're going to notice this little option here says Allow Less Secure Apps is currently set to off. That's the default. What this means is that Google has a certain level of security that it uses to be able to connect. Some other apps and clients don't use the same level, and if that is the case and there is a mismatch, then no matter what you do, you're not going to be able to connect your Gmail to something that's less secure. So you actually have to turn that on, okay, and make sure that that is there. You're going to probably get a notification about that, but otherwise it's very possible that when you attempt to follow the settings for adding this Gmail account, it won't work. Okay, so all of that is good. I can now open up Outlook. Okay, and in Outlook, under Preferences, so that's at the top menu, on the Outlook menu at the top of the computer screen, you'll see an Accounts here. Okay. And this is where you add email accounts. So currently I have a couple of accounts. And if I go down to the bottom and I click Add, okay, let me move this up a little bit so you can see. I'll have some options here. Other email would be the way to go on that one. Okay. And if you'll notice, it has turned green because the settings that we gave this account while we were in the Gmail allowed it to connect. Okay, it's really not difficult. And depending on your version of Outlook, it might be you might need to add a check these settings here. For example, server information for the incoming and outgoing server. It should look like this imap.gmail.com, smtp.gmail.com, use SSL. These port numbers 993 and 465, they're all components of this. And if you read the literature, if you look it up, you'll see that. But it should pick this up automatically. But the key to this really is making sure that you make those changes in your Gmail account, that the IMAP is on, and that the allow less secure apps to connect has also been turned on. Otherwise, it may be difficult to get this to go. So once I've done that, I can click this off, and now here you can see, if I close this down, actually I'll shut down Branson, you can see now that I've got the Gmail, okay, and the Gmail is sitting here, okay, and I can access it. I can drag folders from one email account to the other. All right, so hope that helps. All right, and let me know if you need any assistance.